Hello and welcome to episode 119, maybe, of the Boot Nerds podcast. I'm not entirely sure.
I think 119, yeah.
It's got to be around there. JayMike, what's up?
It's got to be around there. But who's counting anyways? Not us, at least, by the looks of it.
Jay, I am assuming you had a pretty good week given recent news.
Oh, look, my man, there's a reason I'm wearing this shirt today. I couldn't believe my eyes, man. Obviously I'm happy that he didn't go to City, Ronaldo, obviously. And I'm even more happy that he's home. Obviously, I took a little bit of flack on Instagram because I had the audacity to write a post and say I'm so happy Ronaldo's coming back. And obviously, he might be slightly past it. I think I wrote, compared to the, peak Ronaldo in the Real Madrid days. The Ronaldo that everyone's going to talk about in 5, 10, 20, 50 years. And people did not like that statement. So, I think it was a little bit misunderstood. I am stoked, buzzing that the man is coming back. And obviously, he's going to kill it in the Premier League. I mean, name me a better striker, a significantly better striker in the Premier League. You can't. He's going to get goals, and he's going to get a lot of them. Mm-hmm. He's not the player he used to be. He's a different player nowadays. But I mean, it's Cristiano flipping Ronaldo, man. How can you not like it?
It's a cool thing to see.
It's a cool thing, at least just for the storytelling that he, hopefully ends his career where it really kicked off at Man United, right? I love the man. Look,
it's always fun in professional sports to see what everybody was hoping for to actually happen. And it's going to be a cool season because of that. Also, getting to see all of the OG Ronaldo at Manchester United highlights, like you forget how unbelievable he was so early on.
He was ridiculous. Even back then, I mean, he won his first Ballon d'Or was in like 2005, 2006, something like that. It was absolutely ridiculous that he was so good back then. Maybe he was, he's won so many. I've lost track, to be honest. But it's just, yeah. Even back then that he was in contention to be the best player in the world. And then he added layers on layers on layers when he came to Madrid. Like absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I've had a pretty good week, to be honest. How about yourself?
You know what, Jay? I can't complain. I've had a solid week. Lots of boots to talk about.
But that's not what we're going to do today.
No. And I will also comment that I was excited to see the response that we got on our Mizuno podcast.
Yeah.
Where we got a little bit negative because I was worried about that one, but you, the Boot Nerds community, have responded very well, and I'm thankful for that.
And actually also, the comments saying that we should do more of these like pro and cons list, could be an idea in the future, not just for Mizuno, but for every brand. Just basically just have like a list, pros and cons. What's good, what's bad. We can definitely do that in the future. But anyways, Josh, we're not talking about boots today because as we always do, twice a year, at least a couple of times a year, we're going to turn into the Shirt Nerds podcast because we're going to rate and slate potentially the new shirts, kits for the season that has started. So we're a little bit late now, but we wanted to get as many shirts in as possible. It's going to be split into two parts. So we're going to do alphabetically the first, I guess, 15 teams today, and then we're going to rate the second batch of 14, 15 teams next time or in a couple of episodes' time. So it's going to be fun. There's going to be some controversial opinions, I'm very sure. Obviously, as it always goes, if you agree with me, you're right. If you agree with Josh, you're wrong. So let's see where it takes us. Any comments before we get into it, Josh?
No, but I will.
You're just going to take it? You're just going to take that?
I know we're going to disagree. I will say that I think I am going to be a little bit more harsh than I have been in these, where 6 out of 10 is going to be like very middle of the road for me. So I don't think we're going to get, I'm not going to give as many high scores as I did before.
So you're saying that, one of the most average grades you can give is, or ratings you can give is going to be middle of the road.
I think so.
I
think that's where a lot of these are going to be.
A groundbreaking rating system.
I
But
know,
then
thank
again,
you.
you're coming from the SR4U string back rating system, so I guess you need a little bit of adjustment, right?
It's an adjustment for sure.
It's an adjustment. Anyways, Josh, we start in Italia. AC Milan, and they have a home shirt that is black and red, as per usual. It's got stripes. The stripes are different thicknesses, and that's interesting. What do you reckon?
I like the Milan shirts that have the thinner stripes all the way through. That tends to be my preference. I don't think this is an ugly shirt at all, but I'm also not like there's not a lot going on. It's borderline too simple. For me, this is a 6 out of 10. Like there's nothing that makes me excited.
True. And again, you're going to say 6 out of 10 is kind of like the middle of the road. To me, it's like, surprise, surprise, just above average. And I think this is indeed a 6 out of 10. It's nice. It's cool, but my head isn't exploding looking at it over how cool it is. It's, job well done. Moving on to the away shirt, which is some sort of like, is that raw white, eggshell white, red trim? Obviously always looks good on Zlatan, but I like this one.
I like the off-white as well, and I prefer the look of the collar on this one rather than the V-neck that you have on the home shirt. But at the same time, the color can't be the only thing that's like, wow, that's what I like. It's still, it's like a 6.5 out of 10. I like it slightly more than the home shirt.
Okay, I would go to 7. I think it's actually rather fashionable, and you could justify wearing it. I'm a 33-year-old man. I can't justify wearing football shirts every day. I'm simply too old now. But a lot of people could rock this, and I think it's cool. 7 out of 10. And then, Josh, we're going to talk about something. Today, it's going to be a recurring topic as we go on with the Puma clubs, because there are the third shirts. The logo-less, crest-less third shirts with this completely... I'm not going to put words or ratings into your mouth here, but I'm going to say obnoxious writing of the club name on the front of the... Like, what is this? This is it's not a training shirt. It's not a pre-match shirt. It's not a fan shirt for the 5-year-old. What do you think? I
don't want to say hate, but I strongly dislike this. This to me screams knockoff. I'm surprised that this is a legitimate Puma product. This is like 12-year-old Josh is assigned to create a creative shirt for AC Milan, and this is what he comes up with. He takes the logo and he repeats it across the entire shirt. And I know it's black on black. It's going to be more subtle from a distance. But
sure.
This is just, it looks like a training top, but not even a good looking training top.
But it's like they made a training top, and then all the clubs came back to them and said, but where's our logo? This is not a club shirt. So they were just like, big brain moves. We're just gonna put the logo as a tone thing on all the shirts. Call it a day. It's Friday. Let's have beers. I mean, that's not how the way. It's not the way it works. I understand that they want to do something else, and I commend that. But just nah. Did you see? I think was it a Fenerbahce player who scored and wanted to run out to the crowd and kiss the logo, and he was literally looking down on his shirt, and he couldn't flipping find the logo. Although this is like. Some are better than others. This is not ugly because black, red, and white, they always work, but 4 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not an ugly shirt, but I hate the idea of what they've done.
Yes.
3 out of 10. I can't even go higher. I can't go 4.
Fair enough. We move on to Ajax Amsterdam.
Also, we're going in alphabetical order of teams, by the way. So don't think we're just like skipping over your team. We're going to get to all of them.
Yeah, we are. Ajax. It's an Ajax shirt, as you would expect, but I think it looks cool. And they have the old Ajax logo, which I really appreciate. Not much to say. It's just one of those shirts that always looks good. For me, this is an 8.5 out of 10 for the storytelling. 8 for the looks, extra 0.5 for the storytelling.
Yeah, I like the silver stripes on the shoulders. I think that's a
Yeah.
cool little
Very
detail.
cool.
And I really like the old school club crest. Yeah, 7 out of 10 for me. It's nice.
Wow, you are harsh today indeed. And then we have what I thought initially was a Club Brugge shirt. But it's the Ajax away shirt. It is blue and navy, and I think it doesn't look like an Ajax away shirt. I'm not a fan. 5 out of 10.
I don't like it either. I'm with you. 5 out of 10. It just doesn't. It's not attractive to me. Like it's.
All right.
I don't know.
Now, I don't know if you've ever been to Jamaica or if you've listened to a lot of Bob Marley. But the third shirt is a tribute to Bob Marley. Apparently, he has a special connection with Ajax Amsterdam and the club. And his song, Three Little Birds. And that's why the club made this tribute shirt to Bob Marley and obviously the Jamaican colors. So the story is really cool, and I like that. And people, in the lifestyle community have lost their minds because, it's Bob Marley. It's cool. I think it's a solid shirt. I'm definitely going to want to bump it up with half a point because of the story, but 7.5 out of 10. Solid, but not mind-blowing.
Wow, I like this a lot more. This is the favorite shirt that we've seen so far. I love the black on red club crest. I think that looks really cool. And the detail of the stripes. I like when they can incorporate a design element into the branding and it kind of hides the fact that it's an Adidas shirt to a certain extent. I like this. This is an 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Really nice.
Arsenal. And normally, everyone's hating on Arsenal right now. And, things are not going the way they want, right? But they do have their shirt game going for them. I think their home shirt this year is a really good example of just how you nail things. I'm thinking that, the reference here to 1998, 99, I think. Maybe it was, I think that's the season, the white sleeves going down on the side, the navy accents on the shoulders and the sleeves. It just works. This looks like what I would associate with an Arsenal shirt. And for that reason alone, it's a 8.5 out of 10. I really like this.
Ooh, very strong rating. I like it. It's nice, but I can't go too high. I don't think they've done that much here. I think it's a 7 out of 10. But again, there's not a lot they can do with an Arsenal home shirt.
Okay. What about the away shirt then?
I really dig the alternate crest. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. And it's actually a nice yellow. I like that it's a little bit faded.
Cool yellow, isn't it?
It's really, this is a very clean kit. And you wear this, I'm assuming, with some navy blue shorts.
I think so, yeah.
And I think that is a pretty clean look. I would go 7.5 on this one.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
I'm between an 8.5 and a 9. I think this is so cool.
Okay.
8.5. 8.5. Let's save the 9s for later, but 8.5.
Okay.
We also have the third shirt, which is kind of a continuation of the Bruce Banana away shirt we saw last year, but just in a slightly more toned down blue, navy, red way, and I reckon it works. There's some club history in there. 8 out of 10.
I love this. I'm a sucker for anything that's retro looking, and I think this is the perfect amount of retro. I like the accent of the Adidas stripes. The red and white Adidas crest is very cool. I think the Arsenal badge maybe looks a little bit out of place. That should have been tone on tone maybe. Yeah. But in general, I really like this. This is an 8.5 for me.
Do you like the different color on the Adidas logo? So the stripes are red and the writing's white.
I do. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. Anyways, AS Roma. We only have the away shirt. The home shirt right now to look at, and I think it's the plainest shirt we've seen so far. It's a burgundy shirt, and there's a bit of gold. It's the Roma logo, and cool story. 4.5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not. Ugh. It's just,
what? New Balance actually sent me this shirt in a size that doesn't fit me, which is great. But I think that it looks better in person than what this picture is doing
Fair
for
enough.
the shirt.
So should we go higher?
I think it's a 6 out of 10. I'm going to go middle of the road. I'm not offended by it.
Fair enough. I'll give it a 5.5 actually, because again, it's not bad. It's just like it just is. It just is. Then we have Atletico Madrid, which is let's start with the home shirt, and it looks like they hired some guy to paint the shirt, and or maybe a kid. When you have those painting books when you're a kid, and you paint outside the lines. It looks like this is what happened, but somehow I actually dig it. I think it's relative look. Maybe it's because this is the vapor shirt, so the authentic shirt, which everything looks cool on that, right? But I think it works. It's fresh.
I'm with you on this because I immediately thought of the Juve home shirt from last year, which kind of had the painted stripes as well. And I normally hate that, but this it looks okay.
Yeah. Just okay. I think it looks good.
Yeah, and I like that they filled in the middle part where the sponsor is. I think that actually looks pretty good.
I agree.
I got to go 7 out of 10. I actually like it.
I'm going to go 7.5 actually.
Okay.
I think it's good. So is the away shirt. I like that. It's not it's not mind-blowing. It somehow reminds me of the black and red-orange Galatasaray away shirt we saw last year. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was basically that shirt, but in different colors. But, I mean, it works. Cool away shirt, not mind-blowing, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I don't normally like these kind of like artsy paint splatter designs, but the color combo is really nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 7 out of 10 as well.
Fair enough. Then we go to FC Barcelona. And that's a bit of a controversial one this year. I think you can say, I will have you notice out there, if you haven't spotted it yet, this shirt is basically a representation of the pattern in the logo, which in itself is a very cool story. With that said, it's definitely going to split opinion, this one, because it is a very, very busy shirt. And I know Nike have been taking a lot of chances, a lot of risks with the Barca shirt over the years, but this is a new one, right? I do like where they're going. I do not like the colors of it. I think it would look significantly better if they'd actually taken the Blaugrana colors from the logo and slapped it on there. And then there's the matter of the shorts, which is, if you took like navy shorts, proper Barca navy shorts, and wore it with that shirt, it'll look okay. It actually would be pretty cool. With those shorts that like the split in the middle, that's some clownery, man. I don't particularly enjoy that. Shirt, 6 out of 10. Would have been a 7.5 if it had the right colors. If we look at the kit as a whole, I think it's a 4 out of 10. I don't like the shorts.
I don't want to offend any Barcelona fans, and I think that there's probably a lot of Barcelona fans that are now PSG fans.
To Lazy Town.
Yeah, when I saw this unveiled, I was going around to everybody with my phone saying, "Do you think this looks good?" Because I thought maybe I'm just being too harsh, and I couldn't find one person to tell me, "Oh, that's cool." You said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. It looks like a clown outfit, especially with the shorts. The half and half shorts are brutal. Again, I appreciate the idea of how they've done the stripes on the shirt to replicate the crest, but they've gone with this lighter blue shade, which doesn't look right.
Yeah, that was wrong.
It's too much. It's too busy. It's a 3 out of 10. It's an ugly shirt to me.
Wow.
I don't like how it looks at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Who pissed on your chips today? Anyways, not much great. So the shirt designers, don't worry about making cool stories behind the design because you get no credit for it whatsoever. Anyways, the away shirt. I'm very excited to hear what you think about this.
I like this one. You know what it reminds me of? I don't even know why I thought of this because I'm not into this at all, but it reminds me of like one of those like really holographic Pokemon cards.
I can definitely see where you're going. But, let's take away the super duper magnificently awesome Nike logo and the Barcelona logo. I mean, that's a 10 out of 10. It looks absolutely phenomenal. That is the star of this shirt, right? If we take that away, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the shirt color. This like faded or almost like dull, tired purple. I don't really know what to call it, but it's not really, it's like a faded purple, right? I don't think here on the image it looks very good, but on pitch it looks better than I thought it would. So I'm going to land on a 5.5 out of 10.
I like it. I think it's a unique enough shade. This to me screams lavender. I feel like anything that is lavender flavored or lavender scented will be in this color for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't even know what lavender even is, to be honest with you. I like the detail of the blue and the red and the stripe down the side of the shirt. I think that's a cool incorporation.
Let me stop you for a second. You don't know what lavender is?
Not entirely sure. No, I'll be honest with you.
Is it
I'm
a
gonna
flower?
look it up right now. Is it a flower?
Get out more.
Oh, it is a flower. Okay, there you go. That's why.
My man doesn't know what. Anyway, fair enough.
I like it. To me, this is a 7 out of 10. It's slightly above average.
Fair enough. But I mean, I understand those people who like this. I just don't particularly like, take away the cool elements. Not blown away by it.
Mm-hmm.
We then move to Germany. Rekordmeister, Bayern München. AKA FC Bayern, and the home shirt is, I mean, it is what it is. It's a cool shirt. I appreciate the whole pattern thing going on. And I just can't get myself to really get excited about this. It's nice. It works. Telecom logo pops, and that is one of the OG sponsors, right? Cool story, bro. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm with you. 6 out of 10. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with.
What the?
You know what? I'm undecided on whether I like a true red or more of a maroon color for Bayern home kits. And I feel like there's almost too much of each in this one.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I get what you're saying. It's nice though. I would probably have the truer red personally, but yeah. Because it's closer to the logo color. For me, the color of the club is whatever's in the logo.
Yeah.
Just makes sense to me. Anyways, away shirt, black and gold, and it has this pattern. It's designed by, what's it called? Die or Der Münchner Kind, the child of Munich, which is I think a statue in Munich, which is important to the city, and it's inspired by his clothes.
Okay.
Again, cool story. It looks nice. I think this is a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll be honest. I like black and gold is always a winner in my book. And I like the black on gold logo that they've gone for.
Sure.
I'm not in love with the kind of like 4 pieces pattern on the front of it. I think it just would have been cleaner, all black, but it's still nice. And I think you're right.
Is this
7
better
out of 10.
than the Barcelona 3-panel thing?
Yes, for sure.
Cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Then we move on to the third shirt, Josh. And Adidas, FC Bayern, shut up and take my money. I'm not a Bayern fan, never will be, but this is absolutely fantastic in my book. Are you kidding me?
It's really cool.
This is so cool, right?
Yeah.
The way they've, it's like a hand drawing, almost a sketch of the Alps. It's like, it's not the Alps, is it? The mountain range. The Alps are not in. What are the? I
didn't know what lavender was, so I can't help you with
Alps?
this.
The Alps are in Bavaria. Then it's probably the Alps. Yeah, Jay. Good. I totally paid attention in geography. Yeah, anyways, the mountains. Let's call them the Bavarian Alps. All right, there on the shirt. That shade of red. Slightly cheeky, has a bit of orange to it, monotone, monocolor, Bayern crest. That Adidas third shirt, different colors on the logo. Dude, this is amazing.
This is sweet.
Amazing. And you know what? I'm going to drop my first 10 out of 10 today. Come on.
Work do I also do the 10?
Stop being such an angry old man.
No, I'm with you. I was thinking 9.5, but now I'm thinking 10. Okay, right. What color are the shorts that go with this? Do you know?
I think I saw that when they won that trophy, and it is. It was all over Instagram when they won the Super Cup. Bayern.
It's really nice. Regardless, I'm gonna go with you. I think it is a 10. It's so unique.
They're white, so
they are white. Okay,
but the socks are in the same pattern as the shirt.
Really?
Which is it's super cool.
It's cool. Look, when you do something this unique and it ends up looking this good, it's a 10. It has to be.
I agree. Then we move on to another team who they've taken a few chances with their shirts, and they have also gone with the pattern, and it has worked, I would say, to a different degree. We're talking about Chelsea and the home shirt. Of course, Champions League winners. So yay, Chelsea. But I don't know about this one, man. I don't know.
Again, this is one of those ones that screams training top to me. Yeah. It's not ugly, but I don't like it. It's a 5 out of 10.
Look,
it's
I think
slightly
it's cool
below average because I appreciate what they've done.
Yes, they have the yellow in there, and they kind of, that yellow always takes me back to the Auto Glass days back in 1997, 98, I think, where they had that iconic Chelsea shirt, right? This it feels a little 6 out of 10. It's okay, but what? No, 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. I can't
give this a 6.
More harsh, okay.
The away shirt, I like.
I do too, actually. I appreciate how they lined up the little pinstripe at the top, the very top one with the one on the shoulder. I think that's a nice little touch. The tone-on-tone logos look really nice. This is super clean. This is a 7 out of 10.
I was going to say 7.5, but yeah, I like it. The third shirt to me is it's what a third shirt should be. There's a lot of graphics in there. Looks completely as an alternate shirt to the others. But do I like it? That's a 6 out of 10 for me. I don't hate it, but yeah.
Yeah, I like the colors. I do not like the pattern.
But it looks like someone just took something and made a mishmash of whatever it is.
That's the thing. Like you can do patterns on a shirt, but as soon as it gets to like very generic, like this is, like what is this? I'm sure there's some kind of inspiration in the design and somebody very famous made this, but I just don't like it.
But you could have easily taken this and slapped on, the Atletico Madrid logo instead of the Chelsea logo, and people would have. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
No point, right?
I'm with you. I think 6 out of 10. I'm not offended by it.
Sure. Then we go Borussia Dortmund, which is always a little bit of a, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get this like nice warm yellow. You're going to get some black accents. And I think it's cool. It has a little bit of like Kaiser Chiefs vibes to it on the sleeves. I like that. I think it's a cool looking shirt. I hate the sponsor. Absolutely hate the sponsor. It's awful. With that said, I think this is a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I like this one. It's simple. I like having the detail on the sleeves if you're going to leave the front of the shirt mostly plain. It's a 7.5 for me.
Gotcha. Okay, we move on to the away shirt. It's a training shirt. Josh, this is a training shirt if I ever saw one.
It is.
Even the logo is feeling kind of dull and it's just grayed out. I mean,
I don't like busy stripe patterns and I don't like zigzags. Like they shouldn't be allowed on shirts. Again, the home shirt has the stripes on the sleeves, so it's a nice little detail, gives you that accent.
Keep it to the home shirt then.
Yeah, but when it's on the whole shirt, again, you're right. It just screams training top. Yeah. I like the color combination. I think the black with the gray is cool. It
always works. The logo pops. That's what's important. What's important, right? So
it's a 5 for me.
Yeah, I agree. 5. We do Everton because I think the home shirt is a little bit wild, and I like the third shirt. So let's rate the home shirt. It's definitely
I'm not in love.
You're not in love?
I'm not in love. And I know you're biased here, Jay. This is a Hummel shirt. It's a little bit unfair. I know.
Not gonna, but it just, that's not going to affect me.
It's very, again, generic pattern to me.
But it looks, dude, this looks like something, the kids will appreciate it. But I'm a 33-year-old man. I would not wear that. I wouldn't like that if that was me. Where does the yellow come from? Right.
I don't think it's ugly, but I just don't like the pattern.
Yeah.
The Chelsea shirt is uglier than this. This is a middle of the road. This is a 6 out of 10 for me.
Sure. Yeah. Why not? Let's give it a 6 out of 10. I'm Danish. It's Hummel. We go. Here's a donut. Away shirt is actually really cool. It has this kind of like Knight Rider vibes to it. It's just mean and I like this.
It's very, very unique. I love the way they did the Everton crest and have Hummel done black on black branding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. This is just like sleek and stealthy, and I love my stealthy stuff. It's this is an 8 out of 10 for me.
I'm with you on that. 8 out of 10. That's very unique. I like that a lot.
And then we have the third shirt, which I for some reason like. I mean, it's in the same street as the Dortmund away shirt, but I think this is actually done well. The colors, I don't love blue and yellow together, but this navy and yellow, the pattern in there, I think it looks pretty dope, man.
I dig this as well. And I'm kind of a sucker for shirts that just have the thicker center stripe. That's why I tend to like the PSG home kits that have that type of design. This reminds me of that.
This year, then.
I like this. This is a 7.5 for me.
I was going to say 8 as well. I think it's, it's not as cool. 7.5. You're right. Good rating. I brought one shirt from Croatian outfit Hajduk Split. Because it's just a crazy shirt. This is basically what it would have looked like if you did the Barcelona, traditional Barcelona home kit with just like crayons.
You know what?
I like this.
I do too. And it's not something that I think I would, if you just presented me the idea of this pattern, I would probably say it's going to look bad. But they got all the right colors. Yeah. And it reminds me of when you're bored in class and you just start squiggling with your different markers in your notebook.
Yeah. And
but it looks
replace the logos and the sponsors with those on the Barcelona shirt. I think this is a smash hit. I like this a lot. I'm gonna rate this a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's a cool looking shirt.
I can't go that high, but I think it's an 8.5. I like it. It's unique, but looks good.
Fair enough. We then move back to Italy, to the champions Inter Milan, and what has previously been my home run clear winners when it comes to shirt of the year. This year, not so much. I don't know if the new designer has some sort of snake boot fetish or what on earth. I know they have the whole dragon thing and all that, but guys, come on. You have such a clearly defined design strategy over the last couple of years. That very nice light blue, the black stripes, a little bit of asymmetry going there. Loved it, right? Fantastic. And then they give us, this is a training shirt. Josh, this is a training shirt as well. What on earth is going on?
Jay, I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with you here. Because I've seen some very positive comments on Inter kits online. Yeah, I think a lot of people really like them. I agree with you that this could pass as a training kit. But at the same time, for some weird reason, I kind of like it. It's cool. I like it. I don't know what else to say. It reminds me of a snake. It reminds me of like Digicamo. It kind of looks like it could be space. Like it's just.
But it doesn't really have stripes. I mean, it's a flipping Inter shirt. It must have stripes.
I get that, but I think if they're gonna do something different, they've created something that looks pretty good.
I don't care what it looks. If it looks good, it doesn't have stripes. What?
I know. It's not traditional in any way.
Wow.
But I like it.
I'm like a I'm not gonna go too low because I'm mad at it, but I think it's it's all right. It looks all right. It just doesn't look fantastic anymore. I think this is a 6 out of 10.
Okay, that's low for me. I would go 7.5.
Nah. The away shirt's cool though. The away shirt is cool. I've always liked this when last time they incorporated the whole dragon design. Cool. This is potentially even a little bit cleaner. I know there's going to be this big, ugly fan token sponsor on, but I appreciate it when there's not. That Inter Milan logo looks 8 out of 10. I like this.
It is really unique. I'm going to go 8.5. Is
that your way of saying ugly?
No, it's unique in the best way possible. Right. Nike's very clever for having the tail of the snake wrap around their logo, so you really notice that. That's very clever. It reminds me a little bit of remember the Real Madrid Yamamoto kits? That were black. It kind of reminds me of that. But I like the colors. The detail is really cool.
And also, remember the Inter Milan away shirt that had that?
Yes, they also had the snake one. Yes, it's an 8.5. I like it.
Juventus. This is so much better than last year's Juventus shirt because this actually looks like a Juventus shirt. It has the stripes. There's no bullshit. I like that. What I do not like, however, it must be said, I know it's not Juventus' or Adidas' fault, but that sponsor, the 4XE, what on earth happened when someone signed off on that? They must have been paid big bucks because it doesn't look very good, does it?
No,
it's like
it doesn't match at all.
1-1 on the Dortmund shirt. It's just disruptive from an otherwise perfectly clean shirt.
Yeah.
Shirt without that, it's an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Love it. 7.5.
Yeah, I'm 6.5 on this. It's nice, but yeah, you're right. That 4xE logo is just awful.
Yeah. Away, cool. Not mind blowing. I like the little fade, gradual fade on the collar in the stripes on the shoulder. That's cool. But not mind blowing. It's a 7 out of 10. Does a job. Yes.
I don't love it, and what bothers me about it is how the stripe pattern kind of bulges out around the midsection, like as if the lines were straight, but then somebody with a belly is modeling the shirt and it's stretched them. I can't not see that when I look at this shirt.
I did not see that,
and it's just I don't know. To me, this is a 5.5 out of 10. It's a little below average.
That is a bit problematic. Yeah, I don't know what to say then. Let me bump it down to a 6. That looks... I know they try to cater to the fans and all that, but that's not... I hope it's a mistake.
I don't know.
Just, the image.
It just looks weird to me.
It does. Anyways, third shirt. See, I'm not feeling that at all. I don't know.
I had the same reaction I did with the Barca home shirt when I saw this one.
Really? I was like, this to me is like significantly worse.
It's just
significantly worse.
Yeah, it's like you just took a whole bunch of designs and you slapped them together, and then
what is it?
Somehow you ended with this.
Is it? I am not feeling this one at all. And as a player, I would not want to go out to the pitch and be filmed and cheered on by thousands and thousands of people defending my club colors and went that.
Yeah,
that's not.
I don't
but that's
like
the
it.
Thing. See, here's the thing. For me, blue and yellow, and especially when there's white in it, it just doesn't look. And I know it's not, all yellow. It's like this, almost like greenish yellow. Just I'm not feeling it, man. I think this is a 3 out of 10. It's harsh, but I do not like it.
Yeah, I think I'm a 4 out of 10. Although I will admit, this is probably the one that makes the logo work the best.
But that's because they're both ugly.
That's because they're both ugly, yes.
I mean, minus times minus is plus.
I love that.
So,
that's great.
Maybe that's what they went for. They were like, screw it. We have such an ugly logo. Let's make something that actually makes the logo look good.
All right. Well,
And they managed to do that.
There you have it.
We're going to
Sorry,
round
Juve.
off, Josh, with Lazio. With the most Lazio and probably dullest home shirt I have seen in my entire life. It looks like it's supposed to, but it doesn't get my blood boiling. So it is a 5.5 out of 10. It's just,
That's what I was going to say. 5 out of 10. There's not much going on here.
Yes.
I could even do without the tone-on-tone stripes, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's a nice shirt. It's just, it's a shirt.
Sure thing. Let's do the third shirt first.
Dig this. I really dig
It's
this.
cool. It's cool.
I like this a
That
lot.
logo, man, is nice, right? You're also looking at the black shirt, right? Just so we're clear.
The
third
black
shirt.
shirt.
Third shirt.
Oh, the third shirt. No, I was looking at the away shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna save that because that's amazing. Because third shirt is a black shirt. The logo is really cool, and that's why I like it. But it's a black shirt with blue accents, so light blue accents. So, I mean, 7.5 out of 10. It works.
It's still really cool. I think it's an 8 out of 10. I really like the
fair
third
enough.
shirt too.
Then we have the away shirt, which I absolutely love. I was gonna say earlier when you mentioned this this thing with the pinstripes on the Chelsea shirt, where they make this like box on top of the shoulders, and when there's actually, I wanted to say when that's full of color, when that's filled in, it always looks amazing. I think, was it Atletico or no, Bilbao? I think they did it a couple of years back, and it looked amazing. And this, oh my God, talk to me.
This is very nice.
Yeah.
I think the combination of the light blue and the navy just really works well. I like how they've tucked up both the club crest and the kit sponsor right under it. It's all very clean. It's super nice. It's very Italian.
And yet very, very stylish, and I would totally rock this. I don't care that I can't rock football shirts on a daily basis as a 33-year-old man. I would like to rock this. This is a very, very cool shirt. Josh, I'm going to drop my second 10 out of 10. This is fantastic.
Ooh. I can't go that high. I think it's a 9 out of 10 for me, but
Okay,
I really
fair
like
enough.
it. It's certainly one of the nicer ones we've seen.
Sure. Anyways, we've been talking a lot, Josh, and I'm pretty sure that people are sick to death of hearing us rating shirts. So we're gonna, bite it in half, and we're gonna get back to the other half of the alphabet. I'm not even sure that's half, but anyways, you know what I mean. We're gonna back to the rest of the clubs. So if we haven't mentioned your club yet, we're gonna talk about it most likely, unless you support some obscure club in Russia, something like that. We're gonna get back to you with the most popular clubs in one of the next episodes. Josh, a few questions. Hit me with the 2-3 best ones.
We got a couple here. So, first question from Teamgeist, who diligent
Regular
viewer of
viewer.
the podcast, always watching. Do you think Rarko Moyes, very difficult to say, would play better if someone told him how to tie his shoes?
I do not believe so. I think he would hate his life.
Yeah, I think he's going to do what he wants to do.
Yeah. The fact that
And
he's
this is a
new-
funny comment, but I will say this because I think we've all been at a point in our lives where you want to do something that your favorite player is doing. You want to wear the same boots. You want to wear them the exact same way.
Sure,
But I
sure.
think you have to realize that these are professional athletes and they're going to do what they want to do. And just because they're doing it and it's working for them doesn't mean you should.
mean it's a good idea. No, definitely not. And clearly, that boot is fitting Marco Reus really, really well. He hasn't switched into the set. So there's clearly something about that boot and that fit that he gets in that boot that he just loves, and he just wants to keep going with it. It's basically the a slightly less extreme version of Toni Kroos.
Yeah, and we can pretty well guarantee that he's not wearing an off-the-shelf pair of Futures. He's wearing a custom
would
pair
very
that's
much
fitted
doubt
exactly to his foot.
Most likely, yeah.
Something to take into consideration. Another question here from Marcus Allison. Do you prefer central lacing systems or off-center?
See, a couple of years back, I would have said off-center lacing system because I like the cleaner striking surface, and I do appreciate that aspect of it. But I have come to appreciate the slightly better fit that I feel you get from a central lacing system and the slightly better lockdown. The way the way it distributes the, like, should we say, the pull and the way it pushes down on the plate a little bit more evenly when it's a centralized lacing system. It feels like it's easier to adjust for me. Josh?
And I'm with you. I think a couple years ago I would have said off center, but now I really appreciate how a central lacing system, especially when it runs a little bit deeper, how much more of the upper you have the ability to add tension.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really important when you look at the shape and the fit of a football boot, how much of that upper can you manipulate with the lacing system? And I think if you look at something like a Phantom GT as an example, where it has this very extreme off-centered lacing system, you have so much surface area that, yes, it's free and clear of any laces or obstruction, but when you put the boot on, especially when you bend your foot, the reason why you get those big ugly creases is because you can't pull that upper tight to your foot anymore. So there's something to be said about a longer lacing system. And I think when you look at the current lineup of speed boots, especially, the Mercurial does this really well. I think the Puma Ultra does this pretty well. The Neo 3 Beta does it really well. And then when you look at the Speedflow line, at least the 0.1, that shallower lacing system, the boot could fit tighter, the boot could fit better, but they, for some reason, just decide to keep it a little bit higher rather than running it lower.
That's a good point. They, the lower the deeper, the better.
Yeah.
More adjustment. Adjustment is good. We like adjustment.
Yeah.
Except for when it's the Speedflow Plus and the fit is so perfect that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't even need it.
Anyways, last question, Josh. This has to be a good one.
Yes, this is a question from Bad Tid, and it is our one Mizuno reference of the episode. Hey guys, how often do you take care of your Mizunos? Thanks for your answer.
As often as I take care of my other boots, when they get dirty, I make sure to clean them. When they get wet, I make sure to dry them properly. But other than that, a regular training. I wore my Neos the other day for my new club, by the way. Wore the Neos. And, when I come home, I make sure that I don't leave them in the bag. I just take them out, make sure that they dry naturally. So there's no excess moist in there. But other than that, I don't brush them after every use, only if they get dirty or especially wet. Moist and liquid. What do you say? Moist and wetness? No, that's not the word.
Moisture.
Is it just moisture?
Is the word moisture, yeah.
So moisture is the enemy of football boots. Anything
you don't
that's
want them to
glued
sit saturated in water. It's never a good thing.
Nah, but that's the thing. It just degrades the materials, right? So avoid that. Make sure that you dry them naturally. I do that with my Mizunos as well as my other football boots. But if you were to, ignore your football boots, your Mizunos would definitely manage just slightly better than most other boots because they're made in Japan and they are built like
Yeah, and look, this is a question that's being asked specifically because of the leather aspect of Mizuno boots.
Sure.
And leather boots in general, Mizuno are much better than they used to be. They're a lot lower maintenance. As long as you take them out of your bag to dry after each session, and if you do happen to play in really wet weather and they get super muddy, I would recommend cleaning them off right away rather than letting them sit in mud and having all that moisture kind of just stuck in the upper for a longer period of time, which is what mud will inevitably do. At that point, if you feel the leather starts to harden a little bit, maybe use some leather cream on it and it should restore it right back to how it used to be. Yeah. But in general, there's really not much extra in the way of maintenance when you're talking about a leather boot.
My rule of thumb is always with leather boots, leather boots, when I clean them, I give them leather cream, leather food, whatever you want to call it. And also, when you get them and we're starting to enter the fall season, I would maybe just give them a good amount of leather food and let them sit for a while and just take it all in because it makes them a little bit more water resistant. So that's always nice. But it's not that because they're Mizuno boots, I take care of them better or worse than my other boots.
Yeah. Take care of your boots no matter what they are.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
in general, no reason to be afraid of leather boots.
Take care of your boots. And it doesn't take long. And shameless plug here, I've made a couple of videos and you might have as well where, how to clean your boots in 2-3 minutes. It's over on Unisport. You should go check it out. It's fun. And we basically went out. It was a nice day. We went out and we struggled big time to just get some really muddy Puma ones. I think we spent more time actually making them dirty than we did cleaning them. So, yeah.
Isn't that funny? Whenever you need to make them dirty, that's when it's hard.
It never works, yeah. Anyways, guys, do you agree with our ratings? You probably don't agree with all of them because obviously Josh has a funny opinion here and there. But let us know what you think of the ratings in the comments right down below. If you have any questions, of course, that you'd like us to answer in the next episode, you can also leave them down there. And of course, before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's going to make us really happy. Hit that like button, the thumbs up button if you had a good time. And of course, make sure to go and subscribe to Josh and Unisport right over there as well. And with those words, I have been JayMike and I approve this message. See you later.
Thanks for watching.
See you later. See you later.